There has been tension and fear among residents of estates around Gwarimpa as kidnappers reportedly struck and abducted a resident of one of the estates. Not long after a fatal abduction, that is a case in Ushafa Buari Area Council. Is the FCT under siege from kidnappers and, of course, violent criminals? Why is the trend on the rise despite the intensified stop-and-search action of the police? Well, these and more are on the front burner on this episode of Call the Police on the NTA station, NTA Channel 5 Abuja, with the boss himself, as he'll be giving us answers in a short while. My name is Tessie Omiri. We thank you for joining us. Thank you for staying tuned. If you're just joining us, this is Called the Police live on the station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. Now let's watch this report of the visit by the Commissioner of Police FCT Command to Ribochi in Kuje Area Council, all in a bid to build confidence as packaged by Asebe Williams.
The team, led by the FCT Commissioner of Police, embarked on the confidence-building patrol to the troubled Gomba community to restore hope and allay fears of insecurity among the villagers.
There were several cases of kidnap around the Ribochi axis, which comprises Gwagwada, Ribochi and Gomba. And I've sent my team. They've rescued the 17 people that have been kidnapped, but I felt there is need for me to go and see the people and build the confidence in the residents of those areas.
Comprising a detachment of vigilantes and locals of the community, this renewed synergies aimed at aggressively tackling crime through intelligence gathering. There were stops over for interaction with community leaders with a view to deepening the message of collaboration for effective community security architecture between residents and relevant authorities.
They have seen our strength and they have seen our intention. We are not going to leave any stone unturned until first our action will convince them to revert their attitude, to stop this act and imbibe the culture of good life.
The FCT Police Command also reiterated its resolve for rapid crime response using feedback mechanisms as members of the public are urged to utilize available phone lines to alert the police on emergencies. In Abuja, Asebe Williams, NTA News.
And to further build more confidence, of course, with residents of the FCT, our guest today is the Commissioner of Police, Sadiq Idris Abubakar. And of course, this will be his first visit on this platform. We are so happy, excited having you on Call the Police on the station. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And we want to use this opportunity to say congratulations and for everyone expecting to see the new Commissioner of Police and what he has in stock for residents of FCT talking about crime and criminality. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Now, let's hear from you briefly your plan approach, to fight crime in the FCT.
The Federal Capital Territory is the capital of this country, and being the federal capital, it has a cosmopolitan characteristics. You have a lot of people coming in from different parts of the country, and you have people coming in from different parts of the world. So when you have a capital experiencing this kind of influx of people, definitely you will have some crimes being committed. But I want to tell you that the FCT Police Command has made a lot of plans, and we have various strategies on how to counter these crimes. Okay. First, we have a lot of intelligence. We rely more on intelligence gathering because it is going to be an intelligence-led policy. And of course, members of the public have been contributing enough with a lot of information that aid us to arrest some of these criminals. Okay. So with the public on our side and our plans, I'm optimistic that we are going to bring crime to the lowest minimum in the federal capital.
Okay. And that's the desire of every FCT resident.
That is
so
it.
now we have this packaged report where issues of FCT residents raise some issues of criminality happening in their environment, and of course this issue of car theft, one chance and all that. I went to town a couple of days ago to package this report. Let's watch before we continue with our discussion now.
Okay.
It appears drive-by criminals, popularly referred to as one-chance operators, home burglars, scavengers and petty pickpockets are demystifying the security architecture of Abuja's high and mighty, as well as the middle class and poor, with different bad experiences to share. Jerry Okon, a taxi driver, recounts his ordeal.
I carried some passengers to Area 10, unknowingly that the person sitting behind me was a thief. So all he did was he took my phone and all the money that I worked for the morning. I even give him change again.
His story is no different from Usman Ahmad Hassan, a staff of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, who was not so lucky. Highbrow areas of Abuja, the nation's capital, have been witnessing upsurge of crime, with cases of people being attacked, being robbed, like a resident of Ochacho Estate in Idu, Karimo, who went out for morning jogging and never returned, is one out of many and leaves so much to be desired. Eyewitnesses still shudder at the crime scene while narrating the scary attack.
25th of this last 6 months, when one of our colleagues went for jogging at the back of this custom quarters, this old custom quarters, where that was around 7 a.m. He went for jogging. He didn't return. So the wife had to cry to the gate, and the security men told him that he went for jogging. On checking, we saw his dead body. I think if the FCT government can come into this matter and try to send the Ebola people away. We have Ebola in this railway road and one hidden around this area. Those are the people that have been trying to terrorize. Even people's properties are not even safe.
What is the way forward?
It is one action that leads to another. But we are thinking of reducing or removing what are those indices.
We have thrown reason to the winds, even we Nigerians. We open my police, but have you protected that? Phone. You have an expensive phone, those your generation, that you can't eat to 500 naira food, but you can carry 1 million naira food. You carry it, especially women. Hello, you are inside taxi that is carrying 4 other people. They are flashing. Why will a hungry person there who is a criminal not snatch it from you?
Security agents still maintain that credible and timely intelligence will help reduce crime to its barest minimum, as security is everyone's business.
That was a background report we did a couple of days ago, and you might want to react to that issue of crime fighting in the FCT.
Yes, some of the people interviewed talked about removal of snatching of telephone and sometimes snatching of vehicles. Yeah. Now, look at it. Like I said in the report, if you intercepted, that one crime leads to another. Wuse Market, for example, Garki Area 1 and maybe Asokoro roundabout, where we have large number of people and people don't park, they parked even on the road to carry passengers. You never can tell who is the next person near you. So what we did recently was to decongest all these areas. Trying to enlighten people there is a need to be orderly in everything you do. If you go to Wuse Market now, you'll see that all the taxi drivers and the bus drivers are arranged. So before you enter any vehicle, they must have noticed who are those entering the vehicles. Sure. So we felt that these are some of the few methods of streamlining the congestion in those areas and also reducing the tendencies of removing some of these items.
And I can bet you that strategy is working. Last week we were at Wuse Market.
Okay.
The place was really clean, and then the residents also attest to the fact that everything is orderly. We saw the usual busy Wuse Market, was decongested. Everybody off the road, so it's really working.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are building on that.
Okay.
Again, we advised citizens or people living in the Federal Capital Territory to be very wary of who is the next person near them. You must look at your side and see who are those people near you. Because in security, you don't even trust your shadow. Sometimes it will show you are long, sometimes you are short. If you go by that, you are deceived. So there is a need for us to be conscious. And people who are parking vehicles anyhow, sometimes they park a vehicle to go to a garden far away from where they parked. Of course, these people are going around, so they pick it from wherever you parked. So there is a need for us to also be very conscious of all these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we go on, this program is such that we make calls and also contribute to whatever that is the case, maybe bordering us FCT residents. So you can call us and make your comments, ask questions, whatever it is. We have the #1 boss of FCT Police Command here with us, as he will answer appropriately to your questions or your queries. So, sir, in our intro, we talked about kidnappers, we talked about abduction of people. Is the FCT under siege?
No.
Kidnappers? Okay.
It is not.
Okay.
Most of these kidnapping are from the peripherals,
Okay.
bordering some villages bordering Niger and FCT along Yaba, maybe Kwali areas, and that was why I went there yesterday.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have some incidences around Buari,
Yes.
at the extreme Buari, bordering Kaduna State.
We had one
Around that area.
Yes.
But I want to tell you in confidence that we have taken steps to those areas.
Okay.
We have combed the areas, and they are under our watch.
Okay.
We are tracking them, and very soon we are going to get those people.
Okay. Yes. So now, when you say that they come from border communities, how is the next state? How is your collaboration with, because if you at this end is making sure you do your own bits, how about your colleagues over there, so that it will be like a complementary, duties?
All these things are determined by intelligence.
Okay.
So it is the intelligence that reveals that some of these people are crossing to this.
Okay.
And of course, we are in negotiation. We have been discussing with the Commissioner of Police, Niger State Police Command, on how we are going to strategize and see that we pursue them at the same time.
Okay.
We will not allow them to be in FCT and then up in Niger State.
Okay, let's pick our first call this morning. Hello, good morning. You're live on TV.
Yes.
And please, can you turn down the volume of your TV?
Sorry, sir. Hello?
Yes, please tell us your name and where you're calling
Are
from.
you hearing me now?
Yes.
Yes. You are hearing me?
Yes, tell us your name.
My name is Alhaji Abdullahi.
Okay. Where are you calling from?
I'm speaking from Zuba.
Alhaji Abdullahi, go ahead.
I'm speaking from Zuba.
Okay, Alhaji Abdullahi, we can hear you. Go ahead.
The problem we are having, which is everywhere now, is this. When you give intelligence, you give information to the police,
Yes.
you are in trouble.
How?
For instance, if you go to Zuba Market, Zuba Fruit Market, it's a community of criminals living there. And then when you meet them, you stay for 5 minutes. You even see some plainclothes policemen and some uniform policemen coming to smoke with them, stay with them. And these guys are staying there. They move from that place to everywhere in the town, go and rob, do whatever they do.
And
they
come
back
back
to that fruit market.
Fruit market.
Yes,
Okay.
Zuba Fruit Market.
Okay.
I have seen and I have been afraid of living around Zuba because of these people. And equally, when you go to Gidatembe, where they play music, local one, by the same Zuba there, near Madrida Hotel, the place, I understand that that place is owned by a policeman. And they are doing the Gidatembe, they play music till 2 a.m., 3 a.m., From there, these guys who could be terrorists or armed robbers, they will leave that place to go and unleash mayhem in town.
Okay.
And nobody is talking about it.
Okay. Thank you, Abdullahi, for this beautiful intelligence. You've heard from Abdullahi.
We always try to appeal to members of the public to reason with the police. The police is an extension of Nigerian society. Don't be afraid to say that you will not give information to the police because it will be leaked. With the new dispensation, I am confident that whatever you give, it will remain in confidence and we'll work with it and you'll be protected.
Malam Abdullahi, I believe you are with us. You have heard that.
Again, these two areas you talked, certainly any reasonable human being is supposed to be in his house from 6 to 8, 10 o'clock. You are supposed to go home. It's not only in Zuba. Even in Garki here, Lagos Street, around 2 you see people. They always complain or they always claim that where somebody's right ends, another person's right go. So they have pre chance of movement. That is not true. At least a reasonable person is supposed to be in his home when it is 12 o'clock. We have given us this information. Thank you very much. And I want to assure you that that proof market is going to be combed this any time from now.
Okay.
We might not tell you how we are going to do it because it remains a strategy and a secret, but I'm telling you we are going to act on it.
Okay.
And the place, the hotel you talked about, a policeman has a right to own a property, but provided he is not contravening with the rules and regulations of the country. So we are going to trace this address and we are going to also put our intelligence men to watch what is happening, but definitely we'll bring them to order if anything is done that is not in accordance with the law of the Federation.
Okay. And I want to believe that Abdullah is hearing that.
Yes.
And by the time you do that, we, the media, will make sure we bring it to you.
I want to confirm that hotel again.
Okay. He said, okay, we'll get it from him. He said, we'll get it from him. Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Can you tell us your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Kadokichi. The mother of I call from Kadokichi in Abuja.
Can you please be more audible?
I'm calling from Kadokichi and my name is Babajide.
Babajide.
Yeah.
Okay, Babajide, go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, I thank you kudos to the JP. At least you come to this and interact with you. And I want to commend the effort by reducing crime in Abuja. But at the same time, we still need to do more. We know most of Abuja city in the night is always dark. The city one supposed to be in his home by 10 p.m. But there are some other circumstances that can take you home at night. Like maybe your loved one, any of your children sick, and you need to take that person to hospital. This one reminds me of what happened in National Hospital around. You see that place is a very flashy point for crime at night.
That's National Hospital area.
Yes.
Okay.
So please, I want the city to be close with the hospital to that area.
Okay.
Because you can go to National Hospital at any time, any hour. So, but you are addicted to what my city said that it's no good for one to be outside at midnight. So I will want the city to please do something.
National Hospital area.
Yeah, that's National Hospital.
Thank you so much, Babajide, for that information. You know, I can see we have so many callers, and we would want to give them the opportunity. It's not every day we see a commissioner of police here, so they also want to see one or two things. So if you respond quickly.
Yeah,
so
quickly.
That,
about the darkness and lightening of the areas, we are going to advise the Federal Capital Territory to make sure that some of these areas are illuminated.
Okay.
And for the National Hospital, certainly is a very critical area. And I want to assure you that we are going to extend our patrols there, and likely we are going to put a pin down where we'll have presence of police officers very, very, very soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you tell us your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Ismaila from Gwagwalada.
Okay, Ismaila from Gwagwalada. Can you please make it brief? Just go straight to the point. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please, we need the support of our police officers. Gwagwalada in my area where I stay at Gwako. Sometimes when you arrest anybody. Hello.
I'm with you. Go ahead, Ismaila.
So we need their assistance. Sometimes when we arrest, especially some of the Lambola or Bababola,
Yes, yes, scavengers.
Once you arrest them many times like that, then we take them to the station.
Yeah.
Before you know, within 1 hour, 2 hours, they release them. Not even any discipline or derogation of this thing. So it's getting worse and worse. And they have the confidence of people coming to the community again. Come and do whatever they like.
Okay.
So
This Ismaila's allegation reminds us of some other that we encountered in the course of our report, where they say one Zoe New Dawn Nigeria Limited, somebody is defrauding people, and then when they arrest him, he goes to the cell. After 2 days, he's back to town, and then even trying to brag to whoever the victims are, and residents are actually really lamenting on the issue. And we have it captured, though we're not able to speak with them. Probably in the course of our next episode we'll speak with the people, but they are really lamenting about this case of maybe somebody being arrested and then is released back to town.
Okay.
What's the police
thank you very much for that observation. We always live to correct our mistakes, but you cannot just punish a person without establishing the offense he has committed. So police can only release a person if there is no case confirmed, established against that person. But the members of the public have the right to observe if that person has committed the offense and has been released. They can come forward and say that. But I want to assure you that we are going to look at that very well, yes.
Okay. Quickly, before we round up, we're really running out of time this morning. When you came on board the first parade, we had so many arms and ammunitions, so many criminal syndicates busted, and so many ammunition seized. People are worried this election period, and we have those the magnitude of arms in circulation. Thank God you seized those. In that parade, we had like 900 cartridges, one of the seizures and all that. So people are worried. Is it connected to election? If this thing eventually gets to the public, what will happen?
No, a crime is a crime. And sometimes it is not being determined by what activities is taking place. This has nothing to do with political dispensation or political activities. They are criminals, and they are arrested as criminals, and they are treated as criminals. But they don't have anything to do with political activities. Yes. And I want to assure you that the police all over the country, not only the Federal Capital Territory, are ready for the election.
Okay, that's good to hear. I wish we can take more calls, but really we're running out of time. But I want you, okay, let's pick this very last one. This must be a lucky person. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Fatima.
Okay, Fatima, can you please make it brief? You're live on TV.
Okay, it's concerning the issue of Zion Down Nigeria Limited. We are among the people that reported the issue, and I know it is CSP Galadima that is handling the case. The person in question was arrested, and the next morning he was released. We heard that he got an order from above, and in our presence, the same person had a fight with some of the police.
Oh, we lost that. Okay, Fatima, I think she's trying to
say that somebody was arrested and released.
Yes. It's
still and she said which bank?
No, she's talking
anyway, she talked of Galadima, since I know the Galadima is an officer under my so I will always call them and confirm.
So Fatima, I'm sure that the CP will follow up on this case, and probably you will visit them at the command to get
they should come to my office.
Yes. you have an invitation. You can come to the CP and then you get more feedback from that.
Not only Patuma, if there is anybody who has observations and is not happy with the way things are being treated, we'll always be ready to listen to them and solve the problem.
Okay. It's really has been wonderful sharing our time with you this morning on crime fighting in the FCT. And I know that FCT residents are excited. The confidence, building mechanism is working for the fact that you're here with us this morning. But before we conclude, your security tips and your message to FCT residents.
My message to the FCT residents is that we should be law-abiding and we should be conscious of whatever is happening in our environment and report anything suspicious within our own environment to the police or any security agencies. And I want to assure the residents of FCT that we are working hard to see that crime and criminality is reduced to the barest minimum. And we are going to achieve that.
Okay. Thank you to the new sheriff in town, and we wish you all the best in crime fighting in the FCT. Thank you for coming on this show this morning.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And to our dear viewer, that's it on this episode of Call the Police with the new sheriff. Do remember, as always, collective support to security agencies with credible and timely intelligence information will go a long way in ensuring our national security. Until we come your way again, same time, same station next week, I remain yours, Tessie Omiri. Good morning.
Tess.